live. So, welcome to the Only Facts and Stats show. We are doing a blind reaction to Miss Kendra G, the amazing Kendra G, as she would call herself. Let me ask you this. So I would like to introduce everybody to my esteemed co-host, Miss Cecilia, aka Sunshine, aka Caramel Candy. My amazing friend. So let me ask you. So have you ever heard of Kendra G?
No.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be amazing. This is gonna be amazing. So I got a Kendra G version who is gonna review this video with me now. So Kendra G, just to give you a little backstory, Kendra G does a show where she brings single people up and she lets them introduce themselves to the world in hopes of finding love by the people that watch them on the video. Okay?
Okay.
So the whole purpose of this video is for this young lady to be interviewed by the other young lady so that she can find love, right?
Okay.
All right. So shout out to MTR. With no further ado, let's go ahead and get into this amazing example of female fuckery, right? I told you you're gonna love this. I told you.
Let's see.
Hold on, let me see. Okay, here we go.
Okay. All right. What's your name? Is it Lachelle?
It's Lachelle.
Lachelle.
Shout out, Lachelle.
How old are you?
I'm 46. I just turned 46. December.
Dun, dun, dun. 46
Wow.
years old. 46 years old looking for a date.
46.
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, you ready already? 46 years. When's your birthday?
December the 2nd.
Girl, that's not just turned 46. That was 3 months ago.
Well, 3 months ago. It's still fine.
I'm like, wait a minute, what? What do you do for a living?
Take it easy, Kendra G.
I'm an entrepreneur. I sell clothes. I do a lot of things. I'm trying to become a content creator, but I sell a lot of clothes and I do a lot of things. I sell clothes and stuff like this. I sell little chill sets for women.
Okay, but honey, listen, sweetheart,
I do a lot of things. I do a lot of things, Kendra. So I'm an entrepreneur. So I do a lot of things.
Okay, but are you here to find a man, honey?
Yes, I am.
Okay, all right, let's keep going. And do you have any kids, baby?
Yes, I do. I have 5, and they all grown, and they.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What do you think?
I think you can't judge a book because she has that many kids. Because I have kids. I have grown kids.
You can't. But now, let me explain something to you. She's 46, 5 kids, neck tattoos, and just doing a whole lot of stuff.
Right.
Okay, let's keep going.
She's doing a lot of stuff.
Okay, let's keep going.
And I need
how old are
to
your 5? Okay, how old are your 5 kids?
My oldest son, he's 32. My youngest daughter, she's 24, and I have one that's 31, and my daughter, she is 26.
Okay.
I had them very young. So I'm glad I had them young so I can get them out the way so I can do my thing when I'm
thing.
When I'm 40s and 50s, I can do my thing.
Do her thing, right?
Okay, but real quick, 32, 24, 31, 26. That's 4 kids.
And what I say, 31, 26, and what I just say, Kendra.
Oh,
I got because I'm kind of confused. I'm kind of nervous.
I'm listening. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking, how could she miss a whole child?
Okay. Don't worry, it gets better.
Okay, so I got 32, 24, 31, and 26.
Okay, and I have one that's 35.
I'm gonna try my best not to stop it too much.
35. Okay, how many men?
2.
2 men. Okay. Have you ever been
That's
married?
good.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
That's the difference between you and her. That's the difference. See, something. So
Man,
much to unpack.
she's never been married
right here, right? So much to unpack. But let me ask you this, right? How do you think, from a woman's perspective, that a man looks at this?
Well, I mean, me
looking at it,
the information I got, me looking at it, I wouldn't marry her either. She's giving away a cow too much.
Well, it's only 2 fathers, right? There's only 2 fathers. Now, there's a lot more to come, but I'm just saying, there's only 2 fathers, 5 kids, 46 years old, never been married, right?
Right.
Never been married. All right, let's go ahead. I might try to skip through some of the child age stuff because that's gonna get crazy.
I see.
And what city you live in? Where you calling me from?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Whole lot of Memphis.
All right.
Big Memphis.
So let's do it. So we got LaShalle, 46, Sagittarius, entrepreneur,
Big Memphis.
I was getting in some lights.
Okay. Let's try it again. We got LaShalle, Memphis, Tennessee, 46, Sagittarius, entrepreneur, mom to 5 kids by 2 men, never married, correct?
Yes, never married. But okay. I was with 20 years, so.
Say what, honey?
I was with that daddy. I was with that daddy for 20 years, but we never got married. He ended up marrying somebody
never
else.
Married.
He married somebody else. How many kids did you have by him?
3 when he married somebody else.
Wow.
Said it again.
What made him marry somebody else while you had 3 kids by him?
Because I didn't want. He kept asking to marry, and I wasn't ready to get married because I was in. I met him when I was 17, and he was in his late 20s. So once I got up, I didn't want to get married until I got in my 40s. So he kept asking me to get married. I didn't want to get 20s.
How many kids did you have by him?
3 when he married somebody else.
What made him marry somebody else while you had 3 kids by him?
Because I didn't want. He kept asking to marry, and I wasn't ready to get married because I was in. I met him when I was 17, and he was in his late 20s. So
3 kids.
I got up when I didn't want to get married. I just wasn't ready to get married until I got in my 40s. I always said I didn't want to get married until I got in my 40s. So he kept asking.
So what's your thoughts on that? Like what like this is something I've heard before, right? What do women believe is the advantage of getting married in their 40s?
I don't have the faintest idea. Because you are already too old to do anything with the person. When you get married, you want to give that person children, not a good time all the time. You can't always have a good time.
Do women believe that they're more attractive to men as a choice in their 40s to get married?
Well, I have to say the older I am, I have more people hitting on me now than I did when I was younger, but the quality of the people I don't find to be the same.
But let me ask you this. Do you think that they're hitting on you for relationship or a good time?
It just depends on what they're saying.
Let's talk
Most
about
of them are hitting on me for a good time. They're
exactly.
Like, oh, yeah, I can see you're an older woman. I know you know what you're supposed to be doing. No. Yeah,
and the risk of you having an unwanted childbirth at an older age is less, right? So that risk ain't there.
Right. You're right.
So this is very immature thinking, right? This is what I will say. This is very immature, very misguided thinking. And this is something, and we'll see as we go on, but I often say that young women get the worst information from older women around them, and they make bad decisions based on that bad information, that bad advice. And I have a theory on why they're giving that bad advice, but we'll talk about it.
Asking me to get married, so he ended up getting married to somebody else.
Can I ask you a question? But you had kids by him, right?
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Help me understand the logic of you were willing to have kids before 40, but not married before 40.
Good question, Kendra.
Because he was my trick.
He was your trick.
Yes.
What?
So I don't understand. Help me understand the logic of you were willing to have kids before 40, but not married before 40.
Because he was my trick.
He was your
whole behavior.
Yes.
Black female
So
fuckery at its finest.
No, not a prostitute. He was giving me nice things. I was young. He was buying me nice things. He was giving me nice things.
But if you call
he was buying me jewelry,
she'll want to
cars, nice things like that.
And
so
she calling me
as a young lady, I enjoyed this. So I
see, this is the persona of women that if you call them what they act like,
they get mad.
They got all kind of pushback for you, right?
Yeah.
She put a black eye on the female gender.
She just.
I took this. So I always tell my kids, I don't lie to my kids.
Memphis.
You know, I don't lie. I keep it real. With
And
them.
she tells
you know,
that they daddy was her trick.
I fell for my trick. He was a trick. He was a trick, and like he liked young girls. And like right now, he messing with girls. So that's what he liked, young girls. So, and he was my trick.
There's so much to unpack here. How much older is he?
He's I think he just turned 50. If I'm not, he turned 60. He just turned 60.
I'm not gonna make it through this whole thing.
He wanted to be married at 40. It made sense to you to have kids but not be married until 40?
No, it really didn't make sense. But at the time, what I was going through, I had lost my mother, and I only had one child at the time, and that was my oldest son, the one that's 32. That's the only child I had. So in a sense, I wasn't stable at the time, and he provided it for me. So I
wait a minute. Wait a minute. So I think she lied. Because she said she got 5 kids.
Uh-huh.
And she said when she met the guy she had the 3 kids with, she only had 1.
Right. I'm not so sure if she's saying that one is his.
No, she said that she had 1.
Yeah, but it's that one his.
And her trick gave her 3. But she got 5. But let's move, because if you scratch a lie, you'll find a thief, right? That's what Ray Charles said. All right. All right, let's move on. Watch this.
Yeah.
I jumped on it. He provided everything. He provided the cars, the house, the clothes. He provided everything that me and my son needed at the time.
Yeah,
so, I know the year they was born in.
Do you think that she looks young? Do you think that she thinks she looks young? What do you think?
I think she thinks she looks young.
She actually looks older than 46, though.
Yes, she does.
And I wonder, do you think women understand what men desire in women?
No more than men know what women want, desire from them.
I think men know better than women, right?
Yeah, I think you
As a
do.
matter of fact, let's test it. Let's test it. Me and you, right? Me and
Okay.
you. Now, you tell me if I'm wrong. I think women want a man who can provide for them financially, give
Mm-hmm.
them the protection of a stable life,
Mm-hmm.
and a man who will lead them in a good way. That's what I think women want.
Yeah, they want that.
Okay.
But that's
So
just
what am I
what
missing?
they want.
So what am I missing in general?
I mean, generalization. It all depends on each individual because
Well,
the this
no. What I'm saying
me
is
with me.
most.
What are you missing?
Well, I can't talk about you because when we can't talk about individualism, and I gotta say this, right?
Okay,
That that listen to me when I say it. Only women do this, right? Men are able to talk in general to say most people are a certain way, right? But
right.
every time you have that conversation with a woman, because they want to put a twist on it, they'll say, but I know some people that I know a girl that I am like this. And they pull out the anecdotal situations in an attempt to try to, take away from what when we talking about the majority. Because
Well,
if we
all
get to
women
talking
want
about
those
each
three
other,
things.
huh?
All women want those three things. They want other things as well, but they definitely want those three things.
I think on an individual basis, there are more individual things that women desire men to do. But I think on average, if a man did those three things and he was able to do those three things at a high level, he could
Mm-hmm.
have just about any woman.
Right,
That's what I'm saying, right?
right, right.
Right. So let me ask you this. So what do you think that men want from a woman?
Oh.
Testing.
Well, I think men want stability. They want someone they can confide in and someone that can provide whatever they bring in, they can double whatever they bring in.
Hmm.
And it doesn't necessarily mean monetarily. I mean, it's to bring up the whole group of the two parties. So you got to be able to double it, triple it, or even quadruple it if you can, depending on what it is they're bringing in. And I'm not talking about just money. Oh,
So
where's the video go?
I'm gonna shock women, right? I'm gonna
Yeah,
shock women that believe that, right? This is the
yeah.
shock. This is the shock right here. Men don't want to confide in you. We know that we really can't confide in you because pressure is made for shoulders, not for hips. Have you ever heard that before?
No.
Okay. This is the thing. That men know that when they bring a problem to their woman, it's best to also have a solution to the problem. Because a woman, in general, men know in general, women don't want a man that lacks direction. You know what
True.
I mean?
True.
And if you're the captain of the ship, you should know where we're going.
Right.
And that's a lot of times what gets men in trouble is that they go if now recently Shaquille O'Neal said the same thing. He caught a lot of flack for it, but a lot of men stood up for him and said it. That like you as a man, I would never tell a woman my problems. I would never tell my woman my problems because she can't fix them. And me as a man, I'm looking for fix. I'm not looking for talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for the solution to this
Right.
issue. Now if I lost my job, if I lost my job, I would still leave. I would probably let my woman know, hey, listen, I lost my job today, but everything gonna be okay. I got some leads, got my resume right. Some people done offered me some stuff. We gonna be okay. right?
Right.
But you know what I wouldn't do? I wouldn't come home and my woman wouldn't catch me laid in the floor crying, talking about they fired me after 15 years and I gave them everything I got.
I don't think any man's going to do that.
I know some men that might, but it would be a mistake, right?
Yeah,
It would be a mistake. And your woman would never look at you the same after that, right?
No.
So men don't want to confide in a woman, but we do want to be supported by a woman, right?
Right.
We do want to be supported. Now, I didn't say what men want, but this is what men want. Men want a woman that they find physically beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who is preferably as young as I can get, as fertile as I could get, right? And as supportive as I need her to be, right? Meaning she knows how to be my cheerleader. I don't need a woman to be my investor. I need a woman to be my cheerleader. You know what I mean?
I get it.
Absolutely. And that she's eager and appreciative. That's a couple that men don't really talk about that much, but we know we want it, right? And we talk about it all the time with each other, but we don't talk about it openly a lot, right? A woman who is eager and appreciative. You know? So, all right, let's get back to it.
That is 32. So the math just doesn't add up. And the cousins are, they are picking up.
Well, the cousins done got half it up. They know the shower's 35. He probably be 3. If you want, if your cousins want to add it up, they can add it up. But all that drugs and all that, baby, they ain't got whoever said that. I know drugs.
Well, no, I'm the one that said that because I was trying to figure out how is this so confusing. So that's why I said, well.
But see, I think this is a prime example of how catty women can be for no reason, right?
Oh yeah, she was definitely catty.
Kendra accused this woman of being on drugs. On a public platform.
With everybody watching.
Very heavy-handed and very catty, right? And that just goes to show, to be honest with you, that this woman, even though she has these people on, I doubt whether she really has their best interests at heart. I know this is a business for her and stuff like that, but when you're doing something like this, I just think that you gotta have, the best interests of the people who you interviewing at heart also. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you do. You can't.
Like, she really clowned this lady, and I think it was shameful, right? I think it was shameful.
Yeah, and she shamed her.
Exactly. She shamed the shit out of her because
she told her she was a liar. She was on drugs.
Exactly.
She doesn't even keep up with her own kids. But to be perfectly honest, I have to think about how old my children are.
Everybody does. I'm talking, I got one, and I have to remember how old he is sometimes. So her coming across, and then like she don't have kids anyway. So I'm talking, that's something to say about herself. She 50 years old with no kids and never been married. That says something about her, right? But like, that was really shameful of Kendra. And I hope that one day she apologized or has apologized to this woman, because that was a damn shame right there. That was a damn shame.
Yeah, she shouldn't have said
the reason I said I know the year they was born in, my kids are turning ages so fast.
Flustered her because now she's trying to catch herself up. You know what I'm saying?
My baby girl, I wanted her to stay young. She was 18 years old. I wanted her to stay 18. I didn't want her to get grown.
So you just stopped counting when she turned 18. Yeah.
Yes, because she was my baby. And I kept telling people like how old she is. And I was telling them, she 18 and she wasn't even 18. She was like 20. And I was still saying she was 18 and 19 because I always wanted her to still be my baby. But
now, what the fuck was that?
She's trying to get it in her head and get herself calm to To tell
Well,
Kendra, look, I know my children, I know their
well, no,
ages, but she is doing it all backwards.
I'm talking about her saying
She
she
wanted her
said,
child to stay
this
a
is what she said.
baby.
She wanted her child to stay her baby so much she would tell people a fake age.
I wouldn't tell them no 18. No, that's
Now,
not even a baby. You grown at 18.
now that's a damn shame. That is a damn
Yeah.
shame. But you know, women would do that though. Women will, you know, they say what they say. It's disrespectful to ask a woman her age.
Yes, some
You know,
women say that, yes.
that is crazy.
I
That
think I look good for my age, so I'm proud
is a
of my
woman
age.
problem.
So.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I would say it in open court. Yes, you do. So let's get back to it.
But they
Well,
all grown. So
well, a couple things. Six-figure pool.
I
Three.
ain't finna entertain that.
You had your
met 16. Thing that had a
was
cousin, tell cousin, you might be right, cousin.
oh, okay. Miss MK said some people have intellectual disabilities, cannot do math, cannot read well. It doesn't mean they're lying. She even has a speech impediment. Move
That's
on. MK, I'm gonna move on when
I know speech impediment, baby. I know speech impediment. I'm just this how I talk. This how Memphis people talk. This how we talk in
No,
Memphis.
don't
I
do
know speech.
that.
no, the fuck it ain't. That is
No,
not how
it
Memphis
is
people
not,
talk.
lady. No, it
That's
is
not how Memphis
not.
people talk, y'all. That is not how Memphis people talk.
No, it
Ma'am,
is not.
ma'am, speak for yourself. Speak for
Yeah,
yourself. I was with you, home girl. Just for the
yeah.
record, you got two Memphis people on here, myself
And
and
me.
Miss Cecilia, both Memphis people. So that's a damn lie what she talking about. Now, everybody has, you know, those areas where they have their own kind of speech, but Lachelle need to cut that shit out.
Speech impediment, baby. I know speech impediment is going on, baby.
okay. And
Build together. It's all good.
I think we got enough. I think we got enough of this. I ain't gonna make it through all of this. I ain't gonna make it through all of it. But that's what I wanted to say though, right? This is a prime example of what men have available to them, right? This is a
Oh,
prime
yeah.
example. And so women are often up in arms, and I'm sure you've heard about this. Men say they won't date baby mamas, right? Have you heard about that?
No.
So there is a push among men that, hey, listen, I'm not dating a woman with no kids. Can you understand why? As a woman, can you understand why men would say that?
Yeah, because there's so much confusion when
Yeah,
kids are involved.
exactly.
Which is
And you
weird.
get people like this, right?
Right.
You get people like this. Now, one thing I will say, when she was asked about her flaws, one thing she did say was that she like over mothers her children. You know what I'm saying? Or she over mother her children, right?
Right.
Even though they grown now, they out of the house. Like men face that a lot, right? So where like they get with a woman and the woman won't allow the man. She wants him to provide for the household, but he can't discipline the children and things like that, right? What do you think about that?
Well, I think that's wrong. There's a certain, if you're going to marry someone and you're having kids, they should be able to discipline the child. If the child is not theirs, they should still be able to discipline the child within the same rights that they have with other children. Now, unless they're just downright mean and ornery,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're going to go too far when it comes to discipline.
Abuse, yeah. Like, would you marry an abuser? Is what you got to ask yourself, right? And
Right.
if you would marry an abuser, you may need to kind of have some deep looking into who you are and how you make choices. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So just thinking about this, right? So this woman is Lachelle, 46, right? Fairly young woman, right? Fairly young woman, right?
Mm-hmm. Fairly
Past
young.
those baby making years, but right at that time where a man should be able to come into her life, enjoy their time with her. But can you see how this woman may be kind of combative?
Well, yeah, because to be perfectly honest, at a young age is maybe you don't want to get married at a young age because there's things you want to do. But if you're steadily having kids with someone and they steadily asking you to get married with them, yeah, there's something definitely wrong with
But
that
hoes don't marry tricks
situation.
though, now Cecilia. Hoes don't marry tricks. Hoes don't marry. Hoes should not marry tricks.
Hoes don't
She
marry
said he was.
anything but theirself.
She said he was a trick. He was a
And
trick.
but that makes her a hoe.
Exactly. And if you said it to
And
her,
hoes never get married.
she would tell you, I ain't no hoe.
Yeah. Well,
Right?
your words that come out of your mouth present itself as you were.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
The words.
Absolutely.
Not that
Absolutely.
you had the
Absolutely.
kids, but the words you used. You called that
Absolutely.
man.
So give me a couple takeaways for you from this.
Well, I don't think the woman's ready for a relationship, to be perfectly honest. Not even one at 46, because she's still stuck on a lot of other different issues she's got going on. She was already young with the mentality that she's not going to get married. Stating that she wants to get married later only means you're still not going to get married.
So let's kind of take Lachelle out of it. But would you speak to just women who are like her? Mind frame, state of life, young her, where she is now, you know what I'm talking about? Just kind of how women would you advise women to avoid becoming into the situation Lachelle is in right now?
Most definitely.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
that is not a life any woman should want to deal with. And trust me, I have nieces that have kids that I beg not to have them.
yeah.
I will tell them I'll do anything for them if they just don't have them.
Yeah. Yeah. Just avoid getting pregnant, you know?
Anything at all costs. I have to say, I told my children, if you lay down and have kids after we have already discussed do's, don'ts, this, that, and the other, the birds and the bees, and I'll take you to get the stuff for you, we got issues.
Yeah. 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 Well, I appreciate you. And that's what I want to say, right? So I operate off of from a mindset of this. Have you ever heard of red pill?
A red what?
Red pill. Have you ever heard of red pill?
No.
Okay. So have you ever seen the movie The Matrix?
Yes.
Okay. So in the movie The Matrix, if you remember, Lawrence Fishburne, when he came to Keanu Reeves, he said,
Yes.
This is the blue pill. You can take it and you can live in your world and you'll never see anything and you'll live the rest of your life. You'll forget all about me, right?
Right.
And this is the red pill, right? And
right.
this red pill, if you take it, you're going to come out of the false reality and you're going to see things for what they really are, right?
Right.
So I always strive to live in a mindset of red pill where I try not to romanticize or idealize situations or people. I try to see things for what they really are, right? I try to see through the bullshit. So, and I always try to make my decisions based on that. Looking at Lachelle, she's not a completely unattractive woman, right? And if she were more feminine, she would have a lot better options than she actually does, but she believes she has better options than she actually does, right? She believes she has options that she really does not have for a relationship, but I could see her, and you didn't see the Kendra cam, she don't got a bad body. So she can, a man will approach her for sex, but he won't necessarily approach her for relationships, right? And that's where a lot of women find themselves in, right? A lot of women find themselves in a situation where they get so many approaches for sex that they think they have all these options at relationships. And that's where they get to messing up, right? They overvalue their current condition, and therefore they undervalue the men that are approaching them for a relationship, and they say, I don't desire you, I'm above you, you're beneath me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a 5'6" woman making it mandatory that she get a 6 foot plus man, right? Like, why do you need a man that's 6 feet plus? Like less than 8% of men are 6 foot tall. Like, so you got a very low chance of getting a 6 foot man. Right?
Right.
A man gotta make $100,000, but less than 10% of men make $100,000. So you have a very small window, and you got to think about the other women that want the same man, and how do you measure up to them? Like, why would he choose you when he got all of these choices? That's why Lachelle said she didn't want to get married at 20, because she thought she would find a better man to marry by the time she was 40. But now she's 46. And
has no
unmarried.
man at all.
Exactly. And has no man at all. She's on the internet trying to put her wares on video, trying to put them on the glass, as the rap song used to say. She's trying to put them on the glass for somebody, right? And that's cool. That's fine. You know, you find love when you find love, right?
Right.
But we got to understand, like, this personality that we saw today is very prevalent in our culture. You know,
it's a shame.
It's very, very much a shame. A lot of women don't understand that Black women are the only demographic that have more divorces, that have a higher divorce rate than marriage rate.
And that's true.
The only demographic, men or women. Huh?
That is unfortunate, but it is true.
It is very, very unfortunate and very true, right? So you got any closing words? Any words of encouragement for the church?
Please
shout out Minister Jeff.
Listen, do not do what that woman did. Do not do what that woman did.
Yeah. I want to do a reaction with you about Minister Jap. That's what I want to do.
You want to
That's what I want to do. I think you'll like Minister Jap. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead with your closing words.
Don't do what she did. You got to value yourself from the beginning from the get-go. And if you have no value for yourself, you're definitely not going to look for that value in a man. You can say that you're looking for it, but you're really not, because you don't even know what you're looking for. You don't value yourself, so how can you value what that man is going to provide for you?
Yep. Good stuff. Well, I once again am only facts and stats, and I got my friend Miss Cecilia, aka Sunshine, aka Caramel Candy. And we gonna be out, y'all. Look for Cecilia's YouTube channel. She gonna be doing some amazing cooking, and we are definitely gonna subscribe and promote her, and get her to 1,000 subs real quick so she can start making some of this YouTube money, y'all. Take care. God bless, and hey, man, stick to the facts.